What's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Last month was the hottest September on record, according to new data. The European Union's Copernicus Climate Change Service found that average surface air temperatures reached 16.38 degrees Celsius last month. It's almost 1 degree higher than the average September temperature for the last 80 years, and it's the biggest jump in that period. Scientists say this increase is extraordinary. The finding put 2023 on track to be the hottest year since records began. New Taipei's energy grid will soon have a new and unusual power source, volcanoes. The Si Huangziping pilot geothermal power plant is the first in Taiwan to draw energy from a volcano, and it goes live later this month. Geothermal energy is considered one of the most sustainable energy sources and produces almost no carbon emissions. Heat from the Datun volcanoes will bring power to around 1,500 households in New Taipei City. It's part of efforts since 2019 to phase out nuclear power. Construction of another volcano-powered geothermal plant will begin later this year. To find out more about the country's plans for geothermal power, our reporter Rosie Graninger spoke with Wang Shouchen, the executive director of the Taiwan Geothermal Association in Houston, Texas.
What are the benefits of using geothermal energy?
So using the geothermal energy all over the world, we know this very stable and very environmental friendly green power. And it's because of the technology is progress very fast. So in Taiwan, we have full of hot springs, and we have quite a lot of volcano and submarine volcano. That makes us geothermal is a promising energy that we can utilize in the near future.
There have been arguments against the use of geothermal energy. How do you respond to this?
The first one is about the seismic event or the people fear of the disaster from the earthquake. But we know that the geothermal development won't cause serious earthquake, just a micro earthquake. You cannot feel on the ground. And the second is about the CO2 emission or other air pollution materials that may be released from the geothermal production. But all the material will collect and will re-inject into the formation and make the geothermal power plant is net zero carbon emission green power.
Taiwan is moving towards net zero by 2050. How much could this help with Taiwan's renewable energy efforts?
We're just beginner. We have only 3 geothermal power plants in the recent 3 years. And when we have to move, but we have to move into the net zero based on the policy. So what the government planned is to set 3 to 6 gigawatt geothermal power by 2050.
Taiwan has plans for construction on a second geothermal plant powered by the Datun volcanic group in northern Taiwan. How much could Taiwan rely on volcanic geothermal energy moving forward?
We know Taiwan have a lot of technology in the seismology and have a lot of expert in this field. So I would strongly suggest our government to utilize this human resource and this technology to identify all the hydrothermal activity and also some accessible geothermal reservoir in the volcanic area.
That was Wang Shouchen with the Taiwan Geothermal Association speaking to Rosie Graninger about the launch of Taiwan's first geothermal plant being powered by volcanic energy. And one Taiwan hairstylist is heading to the UK later this month to compete in an international hairdressing competition. He spent thousands of US dollars to make it this far. Leslie Liao met him in Taipei.
15岁开始当助理，然后19岁当设计师。
27-year-old Huang Hengshuo, or E.T., has been in the hair business nearly half his life. For him, cutting hair was a career option that didn't require good grades.
我15岁国中那时候毕业的时候，我成绩非常的不好，然后我妈妈希望我有一技之长。
And the success of others gave him hope that he could have a good life as a hairstylist.
是我看到很多跟我一样，其实以前他们在校成绩都不太好，但他们现在的收入却是很高的。我就觉得我可以靠这个来翻转我的人生跟我的社会地位吗？
E.T. specializes in cutting men's hair. He's won awards in Taiwan for his work. But a trip to Spain in 2017 inspired him to compete internationally after he witnessed another Taiwanese stylist win second place at a competition there.
我蛮被他感动的，因为他在台上挥着国旗，然后又是代表我们台湾。
E.T. has a shot at achieving his dream. He's been selected as one of 30 finalists from around the globe to compete in the Alternative Hair Show in London. The contest is a charity event held annually for the past 4 decades. E.T. says because the competition is a charity, it's more impartial.
公平性是很重的，因为他没有任何的，他顶多就一些厂商赞助，但是他们不太会介入。
E.T. also made the finals last year, held virtually because of the COVID-19 pandemic. He submitted an entry inspired by Taiwanese folk deities known as Ba Jia Jiang, or the Eight Generals. Though he didn't win, another hairstylist from Taiwan did. This year, E.T. will go to the UK in mid-October to compete in person. He will have to spend a lot of his own money to make it, paying for his own travel, lodging, materials, clothing, and a makeup artist.
我愿意花那么多钱是，我真的很想帮台湾争一口气。
E.T. chose his career because it didn't require good grades, but he's managed to turn it into an opportunity to showcase Taiwanese hairdressing talents on the international stage. Joseph Wu and Leslie Liao in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Famous artifacts from Taipei's National Palace Museum will soon be exhibited in the southern city of Tainan. Laura Stewart explains.
Carved from part green, part white stone, this jadeite cabbage is a Qing dynasty masterpiece, and it will soon be on display in Tainan. Normally exhibited in Taipei's National Palace Museum, the famed cabbage, along with 14 other treasures, will head to the southern city in December. The artifacts will be shown in the Tainan Art Museum as part of celebrations of the 400th anniversary of the city's founding. The National Palace exhibits about 700,000 Chinese artifacts, most of which were brought with the Chinese nationalist government when it retreated to Taiwan in 1949. While the National Palace Museum has sent its treasures on tour before, it's not a common occurrence.
到台南美术馆展出，那这一次的话，规模是最完整的一次。这的确是疫情之后一个故宫文物最大规模的一个出游或是出行。
Some more contemporary pieces will also be included. An animation version of a Song Dynasty scroll painting up the river during the Qingming Festival will also join the exhibition. And all safety precautions will be taken.
国宝是不能开玩笑的，我们每一个细节都按照故宫的要求来做，包括展示手法，包括消防安全，包括这个交通的过程。
Opening the artifacts up to other museums has sparked international interest.
2025年的话，我们会到法国的凯布朗利博物馆展览。那当然，目前还有一个计划在谈。
But for those in Tainan, the opportunity to see ancient treasures on their doorstep is certainly a reason to celebrate. Andy Schwer and Laurel Stewart for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of various endangered species of amphibians around the world. I'm Ethan. Take care, and I'll see you next time.